DeletingVirus here, and we're here to revisit X Rebirth for review. It's been nearly a month, and we're going to see where Egosoft has gone with their patches. Now, if you've seen my previous review of this game, I said don't buy it due to the fact that it had game-breaking bugs that prevented you from actually playing and enjoying the game. Now, I played on patch 1.18. 1.19 just came out today as I am actually editing this video, so I have not played on that one, so I can't give you any information, but I'll give you the information I have on 1.18. There hasn't been too many major improvements. At least you're able to get to a certain point within the campaign before they broke the campaign missions once more. And the reason why I'm going through the campaign and not free mode is due to the fact that the campaign is what's supposed to bring people into the game, get them used to the game and all that stuff. That's the stuff for the new people. The veterans that are familiar with the X series, they'll most likely feel at home doing the free mode. But I'm covering the campaign. Now, I have to say, it's still suffering from horrendous frame rate drops for no reasons from point to point when you're going through the highway system. And there is one area within the campaign or within the game where you're going to usually suffer major frame rate drops just because the amount of assets that are being rendered within the game, even if you're playing on high settings or low settings. I end up suffering roughly anywhere between 5 and 10 frames a sec at its worst. Now, I had to give them credit. They at least fixed one of the trade problems that was prevalent in the game that prevented you from moving past like 5 or 6 missions into the game. But the problem is, unfortunately, they broke it again about 10, 15 missions in. We were supposed to take goods from one system to another, and you can't even do that because I'm not exactly sure why. So they fixed one problem with the trade missions, and they caused a problem with another part. And I can't really say this is a good thing. In the sense, you can't get past this part without actually having to edit your save game. This is definitely a game breaker. This is a big problem with the game. Is these bugs that prevent you from actually having meaningful function within the game. And this isn't the only one. There's also issues with people trying to go and build ships within the game, and they're not able to complete the build order for whatever reason I've been reading on the forums. So, best thing I can say, don't buy this game because of the bugs. If you want to spend money on another game, on a game, don't get this one. This game may be at its best worth $25. Well, 25 US dollars. I mean, other downfalls to this game that I've noticed is the fights that you get into. Like, there is a mission where you're supposed to go and board another ship. Well, send a boarding party to take over another ship. That fight, for the most part, is fought by you. You have supporting ships there, and they don't even give you cover fire. That's bad. It's horrible. I'm just sitting here, I'm like, okay, I am supposed to take on 3 or 4 capital ships by myself with their support craft. I spent most of my time during this mission sitting in the cargo bay or the hangar bay of these ships, shooting it from the inside while picking off fighters that were stupid enough to fly in there and get bugged around, and I'm just sitting there picking them off one by one. That shows you that this game was definitely not ready for launch. And I gave them a benefit of doubt. I was like, okay, we'll give them a little bit of time, see if they can fix these problems. It's been nearly a month later. A month. And a lot of these things have not been finished. The game was released in pretty much an alpha stage because of the bugs that were... You couldn't even finish the storyline. You couldn't do a lot of the functions within the game. And even now, with the patches that they have released, it's still not enough to vouch for the $50 that you would fork out for paying for this game. I feel gypped. A lot of people feel gypped. And I have to say, this is a big letdown on me. I was I would have been happy if they told me, hey, you're going to get early access. We're going to give you alpha. No. They sat there and said, this is a full game, and released something that was pretty much in an alpha stage, or before alpha stage. That's how I feel what this game's at. This isn't, even with the current patches, this is not a beta stage for a game. So, my recommendation, stay away from this game. Maybe if there's a Steam sale that puts it at $15, go ahead and pick it up. But don't touch this game. And I have to say, I'll probably come back 3 months from now. I'll go ahead and sit down and take a look at this. I spent more time trying to get around bugs, editing save files, than actually playing the game. That's the sad part about this game. And I gave him a bit of a doubt. I gave him time to fix it. Gave him a full month. Pretty reasonable. Unfortunately, it's not worth it. It's not even worth my time sitting here really playing on it. I'll probably still goof off on it because I have fun screwing around with the dumb AI, but yeah, otherwise, stay away from it. If you want to listen to an opinion piece done by me about how Egosoft could have avoided this whole debacle, go ahead and tune into my upcoming episode of how Egosoft could have avoided this fuck up.